Hey guys, so in today's video, we'll be talking about brows. My daughter asked me how to shape her brows. So without wasting any time, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you how to shape your natural eyebrows in my own way because a lot of guys maybe don't have a lot of hair to actually fill in. And so if you are new at brows, don't get discouraged. It's definitely does take time to find the right shape for your face and the right technique for you. This is the way I do it, and I found that this is literally the easiest way to do it with a pencil. So if you are a beginner or just been trying to figure out how to use a brow pencil, you have found out the right video. I'm going to show you guys how to determine where your inner brow should start and where your arc end of your eyebrow should be. So I always like to start off by brushing the brows hairs upwards. You can use a spoolie brush or you can switch to a clear brow gel. Okay, we start by just brushing all the hairs in the same direction. And before I get started, to see where really needs the extra attention and what needs to be filled in. So this is the kind of brush I use. It's a slanted brush, but to be honest, you could use any kind of brush. You could even use a Q-tip if you didn't have a brush. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking this a little brush and then I'm dipping it in a brown eyeshadow and then I'm feathering it on. And today's video is all about brows, how to arc them, how to angle them, and how to fill them in, and not only following the 3-point kind of base of brow. And the next step, I'm going to take my eyebrow pencil. I'm going to sharpen it to a really vicious point and a bonus tip. If you live somewhere really warm or during summer and you're finding that you cannot sharpen your pencil to this nasty point, put them in the fridge and leave there overnight. So the brow pencil I've been using is the one from Catrice. This is the eyebrow pencil. Now it's the time to take our brow pencil and we're going to make the markings on her face of where we want the dimension and angles of her eyebrows to be. These tricks work for every body face, whatever your facial structure. Is just take a makeup brush, anything you have to draw a line, and then an eyebrow pencil. That technically should be start of her brow. And then for the arc, again from the edge of the nose to the outer part of the iris. So the colored part of your eye, that should be where your arc. So we're just gonna go ahead and mark that. And the tail of her brow, and the tip of the nose to the outer corner of the eye, and that technically where your tail should end. And I want to make it sure that the front of her brows look fairly natural, so I'm not putting too much darkness up right there. And so it's really important to me to continue to comb her brows to make it sure the hair stay in the shape that I want them in, as well as making sure that I fill in any areas and don't have to go back at the end and redo. Starting from the inside, I feather has like that into her brow using a short soap strokes, and it's always best to start off as soft and light, and then I'm sort of going to like that. You see they are kind of cross-hatching there. And I'm going to take this spoolie brush and I'm going to brush through my eyebrows because I don't want it to be super harsh. As our guide now, we're gonna go and fill in, and I'm using a small little strokes. And the great thing about this technique is that because of these little marks, these little dots that I created, it makes filling in her eyebrows so easy. You could fill in with a powder or cream or a pomade or gel, whatever you want. For this tutorial, I created her eyebrows on a daily basis using eyeshadow. So it's not anything formulated for the eyebrows, but it's not noticeable. Our eyebrows should not be twins, they should be as sisters, which totally makes a sense. So I never worry about my eyebrows looking identical. And if you are not okay with the shape, grab a Q-tip and just smudge away. And that's how to create the eyebrows using only makeup. So the next thing I'm going to do is pull out my concealer so we can clean up any little mistakes here. But in my journey as a professional makeup artist, I'm working with the models. I do a bridal wedding in a different colors of skin. They have their own style to do their eyebrows. If you like how your brows look like this, that is fine. It's your brow. You do it however you please, okay? I normally don't recommend just one product. You can mix the pencil or eyeshadow. But guys, it just depends on what you're comfortable using. And a little tip for you here, whichever product you use a steady hand and a feathery strokes. This is how I've been doing my eyebrows for a normal days. You can go as dramatic or as natural as you want. That's the thing about using eyebrow pencil and eyeshadow. Instead of gel liner or some kind of liquid products or a pen, you can make it look as natural as possible. And again guys, less is more when using any kind of products. And this tutorial, it's a good for our budget. And now we are finished. By the way, I just want to take this chance to thank my 4,000 subscribers. You guys inspire me to do my makeup tutorial, and I just hope that you guys will stick around with me with this journey because this is my passion. So yeah, I hope you learn a little bit more about brows or how to enhance your brows specifically. And I hope that if you had any trouble playing around with your brows and that's how your eyebrow should look after it's filled in, you can see the difference between the left and the right. It still look really natural. And I hope this video has inspired you to pick up some brow tools. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.